This is the Build Your Path podcast, where we explore how people get into their careers in the built environment. Today's guest is Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy is the Director of Employer and Community Partnerships at Project Jumpstart. Project Jumpstart was our 2021 Community Partner of the Year at our 2021 Pathway Awards. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Shapiro and Duncan. Build the lifestyle you deserve. Welcome on into the Build Your Path podcast. I am your host, Matthew Pine, and my guest today is...
Hello, this is Jimmy Stewart. I'm with Project Jumpstart, the Executive Director.
And Project Jumpstart was our Community Partner Award winner at the Pathway Awards, and this is the final episode of our Pathway Awards series. So Jimmy, appreciate you joining the show. Just give us an introduction, who you are, and what Project Jumpstart is all about.
Sure. So once again, my name is Jimmy Stewart, Executive Director of Project Jumpstart. I've been working in the construction industry in some form or fashion for the last 20 plus years. Project Jumpstart is a pre-apprenticeship construction training program. Our program was created to prepare city residents to enter the construction industry and to put them on a career track that would, help them advance beyond entry level to that of a craft professional and to grow their career in the industry.
That's great. And we actually learned a lot about your organization during the Pathway Awards ceremony. And it was mentioned that training is involved. How long does that training last for the participants, for those who don't know?
Sure. Our construction training program lasts for 3.5 months or a little more than 14 weeks. 29 class nights, about 87 total hours. The students will attend classes 2 nights a week from 6 to 9 p.m. During that time frame.
That's great. And, this is something that I know a lot of people in the industry are passionate about. Project Jumpstart was featured during one of the Build Baltimore galas a couple years back. Just talk about the passion that you have for your job and for Project Jumpstart.
Sure. Well, my passion for the job comes from living and having similar experiences as many of our students. I personally have lived through some of the same economic challenges and systemic issues in our society. Therefore, I get it. Many of us did not grow up with, the advantages of those that have maybe had a more privileged upbringing. Mm-hmm. And the lives of our Project Jumpstart students matter. And so my passion comes from just playing a small role in helping individuals reach their full potential and to hopefully have a successful career in the construction industry. That is really where my passion comes from. And it's been great to see some of those awesome success stories that we have.
Yeah, I guess my next question is kind of a little bit of a two-parter. What are some of the demographics that typically participate in Project Jumpstart and their background? And then as a second part to that, what are some of the more impactful testimonials or statistics after they graduate the program?
So most of our students are Baltimore City residents. We're probably 95% plus African American, 3/4 of which may be returning citizens. And we're always looking to increase the women that come through our program. We always have some, but we're always looking to grow that piece. As far as testimonials, while we've trained over 1,000 individuals during Project Jumpstart's 15 years that we've been in existence, I'm proud that we typically have a job placement rate of 75% or more. But just as important to me, if not more important, are the testimonials of the changed lives. There are probably too many for me to mention on this podcast, but some that stick out are individuals who, we've had some individuals who were essentially homeless at one point, and they now have successful careers, and others who may have started out as laborers, but now find themselves as supervisors or project managers. These are individuals that once struggled to take care of themselves and their families, but now have created a bright future for their children and their community. And seeing that growth and potential fulfilled has been an amazing part of the work that we do.
That's great. Yeah, I would encourage any of our listeners to go look up some YouTube videos on Project Jumpstart. There's some really, really impactful videos out there. We actually showed one during our Pathway Awards ceremony. And you had mentioned returning citizens as well. How crucial do you think reentry is for Baltimore City residents?
I think it's absolutely critical. As I stated, about 3/4 of our students are returning citizens. And our program has given them a second chance to come in first place, as we often say. The careers and income that they can generate can help to stabilize families and our communities. It's been an untapped potential there that we need to keep pursuing. That is something our program has always done and will continue to do, because I just think it's critical to help continue, the economic growth, and to address some of the systemic issues that we sometimes face in our city.
Yep. What has the partnership been like with ABC Baltimore?
That's another crucial aspect as well. The great thing about that partnership is, and I think one of the things that separate us from other workforce development programs, and there's a lot of great ones out there, a lot of successful ones. But one of our key advantages, because of our partnership with ABC Baltimore, is we have a ready list of employers. There's over 630 member firms in the ABC Baltimore chapter, and many of those are employers. So it's great that in our pipeline we can get individuals from recruitment into our training, get them a job, typically with one of our ABC Baltimore chapter members. So that relationship has been absolutely critical. Just having those employers readily available, looking to hire, has been one of the great success stories with our program.
Oh, that's excellent. Jimmy, before I let you out of here, I like to end each podcast by giving the person I interview a plug or a chance to give us more information. If people are curious about Project Jumpstart, maybe they're interested in getting into some of the training or just want to learn more, where can they go?
Sure. So the best thing to do is visit our website at projectjumpstarttraining.org. You can also reach me at 410-821-0351 at extension 115. On the Project Jumpstart website, you will also see a link for my email address. You can also email me as well. And, we just look forward to, reaching out and getting more people. We're trying to expand our program and get to even more parts of the city. There's a lot of work to do, and we're anxious and ready to do it. So if there's any way that we can help individuals who are listening to this program, please feel free to reach out to me, and we'll respond quickly, and we'll go from there.
Great. Well, I certainly appreciate your time, Jimmy. Very interesting to hear more about Project Jumpstart. I think this should be broadcast to everybody out there. Everybody should learn more about your program. Thank you so much again for coming on the podcast.
Matthew, thank you for your time. It's greatly appreciated.
If you want to learn more about Build Your Path podcast or the built environment overall, go ahead and visit buildyourpath.org. Another big thank you to our guest, Jimmy Stewart from Project Jumpstart. Once again, this episode was brought to you by Shapiro and Duncan. Build Your Path podcasts are produced by the Maryland Center for Construction, Education, and Innovation. I'm Matt Pine. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.